a lot of you, this is a completely brand new concept. Some of you won't have heard about Temptation or Desire cruises before. Some of you will already be booking it. So we're going to start from scratch, and we're just going to sort of tell you about who the clients are, who to sell it to, what happens on a Temptation and Desire cruise, where we go to, etc. So without further ado, we're going to start the Cruising with Temptation and Desire webinar. I'm going to hand over to the main girl, Silvina, who's the queen. This lady cruises. This lady is on these cruises all of the time. Silvina, over to you.
Thank you very much, Sarah. Hello. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Early morning for some of you, late afternoon for other of you, but thank you guys so much for joining us. That's right. Yes, I have the terrible job of actually going on our cruises and making sure that everybody's having a good time. That is the main focus of our cruises. So let's start. We're going to start with Temptation first, because it's the next cruise that's coming up for us, which is, as we can see here, February 14th to the 19th, our Temptation Caribbean cruise. This will be officially our second cruise, because this wonderful pandemic sadly had us canceling our second official one in February 2021. So this is our official second one. Our first one was February 2020, and it was absolutely amazing. I'm not saying it because I work on the cruise and I do these cruises, but it was actually amazing. It was a full sold out ship, so we were very excited about that. We're going to take a little look as to what we saw on board 2020. That way you can get an idea as what you're going to see in just 2 months. Wow, time flies when you're having fun. So in about 2 months, we will be setting sail, 2 months tomorrow, actually, setting sail the Temptation Caribbean Cruise 2022, leaving out of Miami, Florida. And we'll take a look at the itinerary, but we stop off in Nassau, Bahamas and Labadee. So for the Temptation Cruise concept, what is the Temptation Cruise concept? For some of you that may be familiar with our resort concept, that's how our cruises became to be the wonderful product that they are today. We have resorts in Cancun, Mexico that are absolutely amazing, great adult-only resorts. And so what we've done is we've taken that concept and put it at sea on a floating playground, as we like to call it. So the Temptation Cruise is a floating playground for grown-ups. We cater to the same clientele that you would cater to at the resorts in terms of 21 and over. It's adults only. We cater to singles, couples, groups of friends that travel together. This is a great opportunity for a group trip, a great opportunity for couples who want to enjoy an adult-only atmosphere. And of course, we can't forget about our single passengers. Is a great opportunity for our singles to meet other singles, as well as a lot of friends on board, whether it's couples or groups that travel together. We do have topless optional areas on board. Those topless optional areas vary depending if you're at the pool, on your sun deck, and of course our theme nights. We have our theme parties every single night, and those are always a high point. We encourage our guests to participate in those theme nights because it's an opportunity to let go, be free, open your mind. And who doesn't like to dress up? I do. I didn't today, I apologize. Usually I do, so I apologize. Next time I promise to dress up for everybody. But themes are always a lot of fun. What we also offer is great music. We offer a wide variety of DJs. On this cruise, we have 6 DJs. On a 5-night charter, so pretty much a new DJ every night. And we have international DJs. We have some of our resident DJs here in Mexico. So we'd like to make sure that we expand and we give everybody a little taste of what they like. Music is always a tough one because, you know, we all have different tastes, but with 6 different DJs on board, guaranteed, we'll find something that everybody likes, that's for sure. We also have all of our entertainment that we bring on board. We use Celebrity on this ship. We're using Celebrity Summit for this cruise. For those of you that are not familiar with Celebrity Summit, it's absolutely beautiful. I literally just came back about a month ago from doing our operations meeting on board. It's beautiful. The service is amazing. The ship was just revitalized in 2019. So right before the pandemic. So we will be one of the first charters to actually be using that ship. So we're very excited about that. The service is amazing. The food is absolutely amazing. So for those of you that haven't had an opportunity to experience the ship, this is going to be a great opportunity for you guys to join us. And I'm going to speak a little bit more about that at the end. I'm going to show you guys just a little bit of a sample of what we experienced on our cruise in 2020. Alrighty, wow. That got me moving, sorry. Alrighty, so we're going to take a quick look at the itinerary. So the Temptation Caribbean Cruise 2022, it sets out of Miami, Florida on February 14th. What better way to celebrate Valentine's than on the Temptation Caribbean Cruise? This is where you want to send your clients this year. And of course, it's a great way for you guys to also celebrate Valentine's on board Temptation Caribbean Cruise. So Monday, we board in Miami, Florida. We set sail in the afternoon. The next day, we arrive in beautiful Nassau, Bahamas, where we'll spend a fun-filled day on the island. We also have an exclusive excursion that will be Temptation style. We are renting out Pearl Island. So this is an island that's 15 minutes, if not less, from the mainland. And it will be a Temptation takeover. So that's something unique. It's not just about the experience on board. Yes, you know, we bring everything on board, but when you arrive into the ports, we also want to make sure, how can we make sure that our clients are experiencing the Temptation concept at the ports as well? So we've been able to secure the takeover at Pearl Island, and that means we'll be able to bring topless optional onto the island as well. We'll bring in our own DJ so we can have an island party. Drinks are included, food's included. So that'll be a great opportunity also for clients while they're at the ports to continue the experience of Temptation. So we'll spend a full day in Nassau, Bahamas. From then the next day, we will be a full day at sea. And this means party on board. So the video that we just saw is a real video of our cruise. It's not stock photos or stock videos. It's actually videos of our first cruise. And you saw some of our pool parties that we had there with our wonderful playmakers, making sure that everybody's having a good time. And so we'll have one fun-filled day at sea, and then the next day we will arrive in Labadee. Now that day, we are the only cruise line scheduled to be in Labadee as well. So that's also amazing, because that means we can bring our Temptation concept onto land, which means we can bring our DJ, we'll have topless optional. And then of course on Labadee, the food and the drinks are also included, just as if you were on the ship. And then after Labadee, after a fun-filled day at Labadee, will be one day at sea. So that sadly, we have to head back to Miami and we have to kick everybody off the ship until the next cruise. So that's our itinerary. It's 6 days and 5 nights of Temptation fun. This is a picture that I always love to show, because it really shows you the fun that our guests have, the age range. I get this asked a lot. The average age of our clients at Temptation ranges between 35 and 50 years young. We have obviously some younger, we have some mature over 50, but that's your average. And as we can see here, everybody's having an amazing time. And that's the main thing. That's what we want to convey. And that's what we want your guests to know, that when they come on board, they can relax in adult-only atmosphere, no judgment. Nobody's going to look at them funny because they're dancing and they're drinking. That's not a problem on our cruise. We want everybody to come and be exactly who they are. Now, our cruise only features. So for those of us that have cruised before, and I'm sure everybody has, if you haven't, traditionally beverages are not included when you board the ship, you purchase your beverage package, or you pay your drinks as you go. The concept that we wanted was more of an all-inclusive concept. We don't want our guests to have to worry about paying for each individual drink. So we were able to secure a very, very great rate with the cruise line. So our cruise includes the premium beverage package. So when you're booking a cabin for your client on a cruise, the premium beverage package is included, which means they don't have to worry about paying for their individual drinks, for water, for Coke, for a vodka, soda, whatever it is, their drink of poison, it's included. That's a huge, huge selling feature for our cruise. The average beverage package costs anywhere between $400 and $550. And that's, you don't have to be drinking 24 hours a day to get to those prices. Simply, the beverage packages on the cruise ships, it is a big feature because you're on a ship for, 5 days, 6 days. So that's included. It's important to remember. Also, 4 dining venues are included, and these include a buffet. It also includes a sit-down dinner, which is amazing. Every night they change the menu. That way, if you wanted to go every single night to the a la carte dining that's included, you have something different that you can order. So I think that's a huge, huge plus as well. Room service is also included. So this is a great feature, especially for those clients when we're trying to select cabins for them, or if they don't know which ones, this would be a great option to start with the verandas, because you wake up after partying at our theme night. Last thing you want to do is wake up, go upstairs to the buffet, pick up the phone, call room service, have them set up in your balcony, and you're having a romantic breakfast in your room. So that's a really good, important feature as well to notice. We also have an R-rated red room. We have spicy workshops for those of us that that don't know what a R-rated red room. This is an intimate space where our couples can go and interact with other couples if they choose, or they can go and be with each other. This is a place that intimacy is permitted, and it's very sensual, very romantic. We also saw it in the video. This is a great space for those couples that maybe want to try something different. You're on an adult-only vacation. Why not? No judgment here, okay? Spicy workshops. So we have workshops and seminars. We bring on sexy attendees, and they are experts in their fields, and they help our couples, our singles, anybody who's on board. They help them out with how to talk to your couple, how to talk to your spouse, communication. They also teach tips and tricks. Some of these workshops and seminars are hands-on seminars, and some of them are just listen and learn. This is a great opportunity to go and experience and try something new, and it's included, which is another thing. Our pool parties, we saw a lot of video of our pool parties. They're absolutely amazing, and it's definitely one of the high points on our cruises, on our sea days. Our theme nights, we saw those as well in our video. Our theme nights are very important. A lot of our guests really like to dress up, so we encourage that. Every night there's a different theme. It is not mandatory to dress up to enjoy the parties. Everybody's invited to the parties, even if they decide not to dress up in theme. Our pool, we have our sexy pool, and then we also have a quiet pool. The cruise ship also has 4 jacuzzis that are also open for everybody's use. Daytime activities, we have our own playmakers, so we bring in our own staff that's at the pool, making sure that people are having fun. They do contests, they do games. It's an absolute blast. And of course, our DJs, we've already talked about our DJs and the 6 different DJs that we will have on board for this cruise in February. So our second concept is our Desire Cruises concept. Now, Desire Cruises is also very, very similar to our Desire Resorts. It also, with the Temptation, we spoke about the all-inclusive atmosphere, all-inclusive aspect. Desire has the same. So for Desire, we also include the drink package for our clients. Now, the difference between our Desire concept and our Temptation concept, the Desire is couples only. Sadly, no singles, no trios, no groups of friends traveling together, unless they're traveling in couples, then yes. So it is exclusive to couples. Desire is more of a sensual, more romantic, more of an erotic experience. The cruise ships that we use for Desire are the Azamara brand. And currently our Desire cruises are all located in Europe, as well as we have one in South America at the end of 2022. Currently, there are no Desire cruises in the Caribbean. So we get to experience those out in different parts of the world. What is the Desire concept? Desire, we spoke couples only. It has clothing optional areas. So the difference between the Temptation and the Desire is Temptation has clothing optional and Temptation has topless optional and Desire has clothing optional. Very amazing, exciting destinations, and of course, sensual experiences on board. What can somebody expect at Desire? The main thing that we want people to experience about Desire is reconnecting with their couple. All of our activities, our atmosphere, everything that we provide on board with a Desire brand is to have our couples reconnect, rekindle, leave the stress away from their daily lives, whether they have kids, whether they don't have kids, their work. It's a time for them to forget all about that, come on board and enjoy each other, enjoy each other's company, vacation, and obviously get to visit some amazing ports while we're at it. The product that we offer with Azamara, for those of us that are not maybe familiar with Azamara, it is a 5-star luxury ship. They are more intimate ships. So the ships at Azamara are 351 cabins, which the difference with Temptation Cruise is 1,100 cabins. So you're looking at 3 times the size Temptation Cruise with the Desire Cruise. And that's done purposely because of the intimacy. It's the atmosphere and the vibe that you get on a ship with 700 people is very different than the vibe that you get with 2,300 people. So we've designed it purposely where we want the ship to reflect the concept that we want our guests to experience. And that is more of an intimate, sensual experience on a more intimate ship, if that makes sense. So the top selling features for Desire, we spoke about the premium beverage package for Temptation. We offer the same premium beverage package here. The difference is with the Azamara brand, it does come with a different premium because they are 2 different cruise lines, but they have a wide variety of premium beverages. And being a 5-star luxury ship, you have very, very great brands to offer our clients in that package. The prepaid gratuities are also included. This applies to both cruises. So once the cabin has been paid for, the prepaid gratuities are also included, which is a great feature for those of us who've cruised before. We know that at the end of the cruise, you're checking your TV to see your bill and you're seeing the prepaid gratuities that have been charged on a daily basis that go to the staff, well deserved. But the difference is, at the end of the cruise ship, being foot with a bill for the prepaid gratuities and your drinks, it's something that takes away from the client. We don't want them to have to worry about those things at the end of the cruise. So it's already integrated into the prices. 4 restaurants are included as well on the Azamara. They also have specialty restaurants, and those specialty restaurants do have an additional charge. It's a covered charge that they have to guests. It ranges anywhere between $35 and $40. It's really not all that much. And for what you get, these specialty restaurants are absolutely amazing. I mean, this applies to both concepts, both for Celebrity as well as for the Azamara. They have the specialty restaurants. The difference is with Desire, the suites have the specialty restaurants included. So they don't have to pay that additional cover charge if they want to go and experience the specialty restaurants. So that's another selling feature, especially when we're looking at suites for the Desire cruise brand. Room service is included 24 hours a day. Again, this is an amazing feature. You might not think about it, room service, but when you're on the ship and you've been out partying all night, you want to just kind of relax in your room. So pick up the phone, make one quick call, and you have food in your room less than half an hour. So great feature as well. We also have a private playroom on board here. The Desire concept, because it's such an intimate atmosphere and we want our couples to reconnect and rekindle, we've provided this space where they can enjoy each other. They can experience new things. This is a great opportunity for couples who maybe want to try something new, who want to be a little bit open-minded, a little bit friskier. This would definitely be a place that they can do this. This is a space where they can be intimate just by themselves, or during the week, if they found another like-minded couple, then of course they're more than welcome to use this space to interact intimately with other couples. The Desire brand is a lifestyle-friendly brand, so we are open-minded, judgment-free, and we do have a lot of couples that enjoy the Desire brand because it's an opportunity for them to meet other like-minded couples. Our seductive and sensual nightclub. Every evening we have shows in the nightclub. So we have a show, very sensual, very erotic. We bring in our own dance group as well. And after that, we have the dance floor opens and the nightclub is open until the wee hours of the morning. Our signature theme nights, we also have theme nights at Desire. And I have to say that on both brands, you have at least 95% of our clients that participate actively in our theme nights. So it's a great plus to the cruise. I mean, when else can you wear lingerie to dinner as a woman or as a man? Hey, I don't judge, you wear what you want to wear, right? So little things like that you might not think is important, but it's something very, very special, especially once you've actually had an opportunity to experience it. So I highly recommend it. The staterooms and the facilities on board are absolutely amazing. They're top-notch. It's definitely a must experience on the Azamara brand. We've already sailed 3 times with them. Sadly, obviously, during the pandemic, we had to cancel a few cruises due to the situation, but we're very excited to be back sailing. In May will be our first cruise back with the Azamara brand. So as we can see here, our entertainment is very provocative, very sensual. It goes perfectly with our brand, which is why we hire our own and we bring in our own staff on board. The Azamara brand is great for their service, but they're really not known for provocative entertainment, so we bring that. Some of the dining options that they have on board, we talked about the 4 included ones, which are the ones on top. You have your a la carte dining, the same thing every night, it changes. You have your buffet, which is definitely an elevated buffet. The options that they give here are not what you would find in a traditional buffet. So they really do a good job of stepping it up. You have your casual drinks out by the pool area, and of course our cafe that offers snacks and specialty coffees, teas, all that fun, fancy drinks that everybody likes to have in the mornings or in the evenings. And then of course the 2 specialty restaurants, the Italian and of course the steak, the Prime Sea Steakhouse. And I have to mention the views on these restaurants are spectacular because they're located at the back of the ship. And so it's a great view. You can see the windows there while you're dining to get a great look of the ocean, or if we're docked, of course, of the ports that we're docked at for overnights. We're going to take a look at the itineraries that we have this coming 2022. So the one that we have coming up is our Lisbon Ibiza cruise. This one leaves out of Lisbon, Portugal, with an overnight in Sevilla, Spain. We also take a quick hop over to Gibraltar. That's a nice full day there to experience and enjoy. From there, we go to Malaga, Spain. And from Malaga, we go to Ibiza. We visited this port back in 2019, and it was a hit. And we've had our clients ask us repeatedly, when are you going to repeat Ibiza? When are you going to repeat Ibiza? So this is the opportunity to repeat Ibiza. Our guests really enjoy this because Ibiza has the nightlife that our concept provides. So it's an overnight in Ibiza. And then the next day, sadly, the cruise ends in Barcelona, Spain. So this is an 8-day, 7-night cruise. Most of our cruises for Desire are longer cruises. And then we also have the last one that we'll take a look at also, which is in South America, and it's 1 night longer. So after the Lisbon, our next cruise will be in September, which is our Greek Islands cruise. There we go. Our Greek Islands cruise, which is September 17th to the 24th. It's Athens to Athens, and we make a few stops in some amazing ports like Santorini, Rhodes, definitely a stop off in Ephesus. Patmos, an overnight in Mykonos, which is also one that a lot of our guests have also asked us about. So here we have the overnight in Mykonos. And then sadly, after 7 wonderful, wonderful nights, we will arrive back in Athens, where we will have to kick everybody off the ship until our next cruise 3 months later, leaving out of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. This is our South American cruise. This is a 9-day, 8-night cruise. It's just because we have to do a little bit more of a distance. So we leave, and this is our New Year's Eve cruise as well. So what better way to celebrate New Year's than on the Desire South American cruise? I can't think of a better way, guys. So from Rio de Janeiro, we're overnight docked at the port in Rio de Janeiro, where we leave Rio de Janeiro on the 31st to ring in the new year, docked in Copacabana, Brazil. So we will be able to enjoy the fireworks literally above our heads on deck. All of our party, the theme, the dinner will all be outside on the pool deck. So that way we can enjoy the fireworks and the festivities from land. And then we will be sailing from Copacabana all the way to Punta del Este, Uruguay. Just heading down there, that South American coast. We will be overnighting in Punta del Este, Uruguay. This is a great, the time of year is spectacular. It's also a very festive time of year. So that's also why we decided to do the overnight in Punta del Este, so our guests can experience and enjoy the nightlife that Punta del Este has. And then after we go overnight in Punta del Este, we will go to Montevideo, which is the capital of Uruguay. Absolutely beautiful. A lot of history. Amazing buildings. For those of you who haven't gone, it's highly recommend Montevideo. And then after we spend a full day in Montevideo, we will be heading to Buenos Aires, Argentina, where we will be overnighting in Argentina. So the nice thing about this itinerary is guests don't have to worry about booking a hotel for that night. They can stay on board, but they can enjoy Buenos Aires. They can go, as long as they're back before 6:30 in the morning to take their stuff out of their cabins, we're good to go. So it's a great opportunity for them to experience at least one night in Buenos Aires, staying on board. And then we obviously highly recommend staying a couple extra nights in Buenos Aires and to enjoy and experience everything that country has to offer. If you're into wine, great option. If you're into beef, this is also a great option. So those are our 3 Desire Cruise itineraries for 2022. We will be launching in 2 days our 2 2023 itineraries. I apologize, they are not on here, but one of them is Italy and Croatia in May of 2023. And then we also have another Greek Islands cruise in September of 2023 with a few different ports that we saw here in our 2022 cruise. And that will be launched in 2 days on December 15th. Now the good stuff. The booking features. As travel agents, there's many different ways that you can book. The main thing is it's an easy to use platform that's available 24 hours a day, 365 days of the year. I'm here in Mexico. Our head offices are here in Mexico and Cancun. So there's a slight time difference. So the nice thing is it doesn't matter if our offices aren't open yet. You guys can still pop onto the platform with your logins as a travel agent. You can go ahead and book clients, quote clients. If you need to submit changes, corrections, that's something that you can do directly on the platform without even having to speak to anybody on our side. We are available, of course. We're always available during office hours if you need to get a hold of us. But the nice thing is that as an agent, you can go in and book clients without even having to talk to us. It's simple. You get your password, you log in, and you're in there, and everything is available on the platform. You can also definitely, if you haven't signed up, you can definitely go to these 2 websites, cruisingwithtemptation.com or cruisingwithdesire.com. You can go on there, check out some information. You can request to be a travel agent and book our cruises. Independent agents can have their own agreements. If you have a consortium and you're with a consortia, you can also sign under the consortia. If for some odd reason they're not already signed up, not a problem. Let Sarah know, and she will make sure that they have access and they can be added to our platform so that the consortia is signed up, and then that way you can definitely book through your consortia. And then, of course, the booking platform, as we mentioned, it gives you real-time inventory as well as in different currencies. We currently have 4 currencies that are available. We have the US dollar, we have the sterling, we have the euro, and we also have the Mexican. So those are the different currencies that we have available that you can use. So for those of you that are located in the UK, everything is already converted, so no need to convert manually, which is really good. And I mentioned, you can submit changes, corrections. Another thing is really, really cool is once you've submitted a client under your agent, under your login, that client is saved. So he's, he or she has booked a cruise with you on one of our cruises. And then, a couple months later, they see another cruise because you sent them great newsletters with all the information regarding the cruises. And they see that you're promoting another cruise that they have. The nice thing is that you can search your past clients on this site. So that way you don't have to manually enter their name, their date of birth. You don't have to manually enter all their information. So that's also a really nice feature. It saves your past client list on there. That way you can clearly, just literally with the click of a button, put them into the new booking of the new cabin and new cruise that you want to book. So that's also a really, really cool feature. And all the information is on the agent platform. You don't need to leave the platform and go to a website to see the information regarding the cruise. Downloadable pictures, that's available there. A presentation is also available on there that you can share with your clients. That's also a really, really neat feature that you can use. So there's a lot of things that the platform does, and I can't stress enough how easy it is, but you guys will get a chance to see it yourself. And of course, the most important thing, that rates are commissionable. We want you guys to make money, especially promoting our products, which are one-of-a-kind, unique, adult-only products. You will find nothing else out there like our products. Now, I want to make sure that you guys can experience what I've talked about. The best way to talk about a product is to actually experience it. At least that's what I think. So we want to make sure that you guys will be able to experience the amazing, amazing Temptation Cruise that we have coming up in 2 months. So we are looking for a few select ambassadors to join our fam in February. You're going to reach out to Sarah. She is going to be your contact person. You're going to reach out to her. You're going to let her know why you need to be our ambassador and why you want to offer our products. This is a great opportunity to firsthand experience this cruise. I do want to point out, because our concept is open-minded and free and fun and very exciting, sexy as well, we might be thinking, I don't know if this is for me. I wanted to kind of take that out of our head and just remember, yes, this may not be personally for me, because our concept isn't for everybody. I'm not going to say it is, because it isn't. So it's not for everybody, but I think it's a really good opportunity as a travel agent. If you feel that this isn't something that you would personally do, I want to make sure to invite you guys to come and check it out, because I guarantee you will have clients that this concept will be for them. And the best way for you to be able to explain to them what it is that they will be able to experience is that you're physically on board with us. And even if it's enjoying from afar and watching, with that, you get a lot of insight that no matter how much I explain it here, it's never going to be like the real thing. So for those of you that want to be, want to be ambassadors, please reach out to Sarah, and we'd definitely take a look. There is limited space, so we would, I highly recommend, the sooner the better, because it is only 2 months away. And since you will have to fly to Miami, we definitely want to make sure that you guys have everything you need in order to join us on the fam. And if you're not selected for an ambassador, do not worry. We do have a fam on board that we would love for you to join us. And for the low price of $350 US per person, you will be able to experience everything I just spoke about on the cruise. The entertainment, the shows, the workshops, the seminars, be able to see the ship. If you haven't seen Celebrity Summit, this would be a great opportunity for you to visit the ship as well. So that's also a really, really good opportunity. Again, please reach out to Sarah and she can give you guys all of the information and all the details about that. But I would love to be able to see everybody here on board. I will definitely be on board, making sure that you guys have all the information you need. We will be doing a few sessions on board, just a few, because we want you to experience everything that we have to offer. But those sessions will definitely give you an idea as to answer any questions that you may have on board while you're there. Learn about the future itineraries that we have. Our 2023 Temptation Cruise will be launched aboard this ship as well. So it'll be a great opportunity for you guys to learn about the future sailings that we have. And yeah, I mean, vacation in Miami on a adult only cruise. Who doesn't want to do that, right? Ladies and gentlemen, I think I've talked enough. Sarah, I don't know if we have any questions, if anybody is ran away screaming, I scared them away.
No, you're good, you're good. Everybody's still with us.
Okay, okay.
Okay, we have got a couple of questions that have come in.
All right.
So let's have a look. So with the insurance sort of side, so for example, if you had somebody from Canada or somebody from the UK, do you provide like some form of insurance, or is it just that the clients take their own travel insurance?
So we do have travel. We do have a travel protection that as agents you can offer them. It is on the platform. When you're booking on the platform, there is an option to add travel protection for the cruises. A lot of travel agents usually have their own that they offer their clients, and that's also okay. So ours is not mandatory at all. It's just an option for those agents that maybe don't have. Definitely, we have a travel protection that can be offered. The information also is located, everything is located on the link, but you can use, travel agents can use their own, or they can choose to use ours. Another thing that I totally forgot, I can't believe I forgot to mention, but it is important, is our cruises for 2022 are 100% fully vaccinated cruises. So I was literally just on a couple cruises the last month and a half. I missed it very much. I was so happy to be back on board. I'm not going to lie. And the nice thing about the 100% vaccinated cruises is once you're on board, because you've shown proof of your vaccination, as well as provided a negative COVID test 48 hours prior to boarding. Once you're on board, mask use is not mandatory. So the ship does not force anybody to use a face mask. Actually, as soon as you get on board, they tell you, take it off if you want. So for those clients that don't want to worry and use a face mask on board, it is not mandatory. And then our concept is not about social distancing. It's about getting people together, getting them talking, making lifelong friends. And so that's also something that is not enforced by the cruise line in terms of staying 6 feet away from somebody that's not in your party. Again, everybody's going to take their own precaution. If you want to use your mask, you can use your mask. If you want to social distance, you can social distance. It's completely up to the guest. But the fact that it's 100% vaccinated and providing a negative test, it's not required and mandatory by the cruise line on board. Also, for those guests who are visiting us from countries that need a test to get back into their countries, that test is provided on board as well. So the cruise line will contact clients directly and let them know that, okay, if you need your test to get back into, for instance, Canada, the UK, then they will schedule, there's a time slot, the second last day, and they let you know, okay, please come down to this area between this time and this time so that you can get your test. And then the test is sent the next day to your room directly, a printed copy, so that you can use that for when you are heading back to wherever it is that you came from that requires a test. So I think that's also important to mention.
Super. We've got a few questions that have come in, so I just want to go through this. So yeah. Temptation and Desire Cruises, they are a charter. So we don't have the cruise ships going every single day, every single week. This is just the set itineraries. So the ships are owned by Celebrity Cruises, and we charter them. That is literally what happens. I just wanted to just sort of get that point across, because we've got a few questions asking about what the company was called before, etc. And it's a charter. It's a charter to get the Desire Temptation experience on the water, rather than being in the resort. You're waking up in a different place every day. So and people love cruising. It's a great option.
Well, to that point, the reason that the cruises came about was because we do have resorts here in Mexico. And as much as our company, we're expanding, we're opening up resorts in the Dominican Republic. So as much as we'd love to open up resorts all over the world, that's a little tougher. So that's when the idea came about, hold on a sec, let's take our concepts to you. So instead of, opening up resorts in Greece, in Spain, in Portugal, in Italy, which, hey, I wouldn't complain. I'm more than happy to raise my hand and go ahead and open those puppies up. But it was just easier to be able to take our concept, which is, a unique concept, to you, which is how the cruising came. So we floating concepts and bringing them all over the world, pretty much. So yes, I just wanted to throw that in there.
Thank you very much. So question wise on solo cabins, do we have solo cabins? So just for if it's like single people or you've got a group of friends and they all want their own cabin, do we have that, or is it just they pay the double occupancy rate and that's it?
Correct. So our cabin prices are based on single and or double occupancy. Because it is a charter, there are different financial obligations. So in terms of we have actually on this cruise, we have quite a bit of singles, which is nice. We have, I'd probably say anywhere between 5 and 7%, and a mix between female and male. And so, yeah, 100%, it would be paying the cabin price. And then of course the port fee is individual port fees based on the amount of people.
Brilliant. So we've got questions about, do we handle air reservations or pre and post packages? No. This is just the cruise. It's a charter. It's the cruise. So you're responsible for putting the package together or dealing with a tour operator that will package it all together for you. So that's the answer. Sorry, Silvina, I'm just answering questions as I go along.
Answer away.
We've got another question. Is English the only language on board? Absolutely not. The team are completely from every single country in the world. And you'll see on their badge the flags of the countries that they speak. They'll tell you where they come from and the languages that are available. But you'll have no issue. Spanish, French, German, English, pas problème. We've got a question about same-sex couples. Are both the products available for same-sex couples?
So the Temptation brand is LGBTQ plus friendly. I don't want to insult or leave anybody out, but yes, the Temptation brand is very same-sex friendly. And we have, at our resorts and on our cruise last year, we have a little bit of everything. We want people to come and be who they are, no judgments. So yes, 100%, please promote it, and guaranteed they will have a blast. Everybody on board will have a blast. With the Desire brand, our Desire brand caters to the heterosexual couple, both at the resorts as well as on the ship. That doesn't mean that a same-sex couple can't raise their hand and say, hey, you know what? I'd like to experience the Desire cruise. It's important to note, because the Desire brand, because the Desire brand is more of the intimate and it has the lifestyle friendly aspect more prevalent than in the Temptation brand. With the resorts, there has been issues, very few, in the past where we've had same-sex couples, male mostly, posing as a same-sex couple because of the fact that it's a clothing optional atmosphere and that it is a lifestyle friendly atmosphere and it is promoted in the lifestyle community. So because of that, the company is very protective of the guests that go. And because no single males are permitted, we had to obviously do the same, and no single females, make it fair. If one can't go, then the other can't go. And so Desire is a little bit more protective in terms of the concept when it comes to same-sex couple, to avoid those couples that aren't real same-sex couples and trying to get on board to see if they can, get with a couple and that type of thing. So I would definitely say if we have any requests for Desire for the same-sex couples, I would definitely say, please reach out to us directly so that we can make sure that the questions that have been asked for these same-sex couples are the correct ones, and that they are made aware that the concept is catered to the heterosexual community. I don't know if that answers it or not.
Yeah, no, that answers it, definitely. Sorry, I'm just typing away questions as well.
Type.
So Amber, if agents here are from Canada, America, who would they contact? Would it be yourself, or would it be, have you got a team in America and Canada? Who would?
No, yeah, they could contact me directly. My contact information is there. More than happy to assist. We don't have a team in the US or Canada. Not anymore, since now I'm here. It's too cold in Canada, guys, so I couldn't stay. I'm sorry. I need the sun, sand, and the beach. Sorry, careful. But yeah, you definitely reach out to me. You have my email there, my Skype. I didn't put my Facebook, but yeah, you can reach out to me there.
Super. And then you'll be able to advise how travel agents are able to access the system.
Exactly. Yes.
Super.
And please mention that you were in this webinar. If you do reach out to me directly, please feel free to let me know that you guys were in this My Booking Rewards webinar. That would definitely help.
Yeah, perfect. So another question we've got is about the excursions. So normally when you book on a sort of a normal cruise company without a charter, you can pre-book excursions and you can earn commission, etc. Is that something that we're able to do through Desire and Temptation, or is that handled directly on the ship?
Yes. So sadly, as a charter, there are different, when a charter is booked, just really quickly, everything is stripped away when it's a charter. So there's different requirements and different commitments that the cruise line gives us. And one of those is that excursions and tours cannot be sold or promoted during the time of the cruise. So the cruise leaves on the 14th to the 19th. We arrive back in Miami. So they cannot be promoted within that externally. Everything has to be booked by the client directly with the cruise line. That's just because of the financial commitments and obligations that the cruise line gives when you charter a ship. So unfortunately, that's not something that the travel agents can do on these charters.
Okay.
Or like Miami, if they want to book something in Miami, like if the client comes in a couple of days earlier, especially if you're coming from the UK, I would assume that they would come in a day or two earlier. Anything before and anything post, by all means, more than happy. You can book a tour around Miami. That's not a problem at all. But anything that's between the cruise, unfortunately, it has to be directly with the cruise line and the client with the cruise line. We don't even get involved. We just organize. For instance, I've organized the takeover with the cruise line. I've asked them, offer me something for my clients that has the Temptation concept. And so that's something that they've put together, and they're going to promote with the clients on board. And of course, during the pre-online check-in. Okay.
Where do you find that for the cruises? I mean, how many cruises have you had? You've had one so far.
In total, we've had four charters.
4 charters. Where are the people mostly from, or does it depend on where they're sailing to?
It depends on the brand. So Temptation brand, because it's here in the Caribbean, we have had 80% is North America. Okay. US, Mexico, Latin America, and then the rest would be a few scattered. We've had some, UK, we've had some French, we've had some in Europe, but the Temptation brand is very heavy North American. And that's just because of, as we've promoted as much as we haven't promoted as much in other parts of the world, but we have been doing a lot of that recently, especially with you guys. So we do expect to get a wider variety in terms of our clientele. Because when you talk about our Desire brands, that's a switch. So our Desire brands is a 60-40, sometimes a 70-30 split, talking about 30 or 40% North America, South America, Latin America versus the rest of the world. With our Desire cruises, we've had the Mediterranean cruise 2019, we had 31 countries represented on board. Guests, not talking about staff. So we've had clients from all over the world, and that's what we also want to promote. We want to promote the variety of meeting people that you might never have met. And so for Desire brand, you definitely have more of a mix in terms of the rest of the world and the North American market.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so we've got a question here as well with North America. So Canadians are not yet aware of the product. I disagree with that. Do you? It's available,
I don't disagree with it, because again, we don't have a lot of, especially in North America, we don't have a lot of the big suppliers. They don't have us in their platforms. because we are a charter. And so for them, and I get it, it doesn't really make a lot of sense for them to upload 1 week in their system, you know, for a certain amount of cabins. Once those cabins are done, it's like, okay, now what do I do? So I'm not surprised about that. I'm surprised. I may be surprised about the brand, because we have promoted heavily our brand, the resorts and cruises. The last 4 or 5 years since we've had cruises, we have promoted in different channels. But with the cruises, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that people don't realize that we have cruises and that agents can book directly. That doesn't surprise me. So
Okay. Spread the word. Okay, perfect. I don't think we've got any more questions that have come up. So yeah, no, that's very, very interesting, very exciting. And it's great to see the Temptation and Desire brands actually on the sea. And as I say, waking up in a different country every day, it's incredible. So a big thank you.
It's like a taste test.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a taste test of a different, oh, okay, if I like this and I know I can come back. But if, you know, I spent a day here and it was, you know, it's good. I think that's also something that at least appeals to me about cruises. And if you can mix it with the concept, then why not, right?
It's happy days. Exactly. Well, big thank you to Silvina for taking the time to come on today. Her email address is still up, so if everybody hasn't taken it, take a quick screenshot now and take that. If you've got any questions, please do reach out. Anybody in the UK, reach out to me. Everywhere else, it's yourself, is it?
Yeah, us, you just reach out to one of us. It's okay. We'll all get back to you.
Okay, super duper. Well, a big thank you, Silvina. Thank you for your time today. It's been very, very eye-opening, and it certainly showed us what Temptation and Desire cruises are all about. So thank you.
Thank you guys very much.
No doubt we'll see you very soon on the cruise.
Yes. Bye, guys.
Okay, big thanks. Bye, Silvina.
Bye.